Hello there, and welcome to episode 30 of the Natalie and Dennis Show
podcast. I'm sorry, but out of all 30 episodes, this is the first we didn't do the Natalie and Dennis Show podcast. Happy Friday, everybody. We thought we would do something a little bit special, but I guess we didn't for the 30th episode.
Well, the thing is, we committed to 100 episodes, and this isn't exactly a third of the way there.
I get
a third is 33 episodes, and so on the 33rd episode, expect at least a cake or some balloons or something special.
That's what we should have done, so
I love cake.
Yeah, we should have had some cupcake.
Well,
comment below what you guys want us to do for the 100th episode. That's gonna be a big one.
100th episode.
Natalie's pregnancy reveal.
The end of season 1.
To another dog.
How's everybody doing today? Ooh, the emotions are low.
Crickets.
High.
We just had lunch.
Are we all pumped?
Yeah, pumped.
Yeah.
Pump it louder. Pump it louder. Debbie, send it to my computer. We're starting with a video reaction. What?
I'm scared. This
is a defining moment for all of you. Women, when a guy leaves a toilet seat up.
Yup.
Ew.
What is going on here? It's a giant toilet as she's inside of it. Okay.
That was interesting.
That's going to lead us into the first topic. Why are you guys all so uppity about toilet seat positions? I don't understand.
Do you want to take this or should I?
You take it, girl.
You know how annoying it is to fall in and your ass is wet?
Yes.
Your ass is now wet.
Yes.
And toilet paper is not meant to wipe large areas. Mm-hmm. It's meant to dab the small areas and then it's discarded. To wipe such a large area with toilet paper, it starts freaking disintegrating.
Damn right. And not to mention, you guys do not have good aim.
What are you talking about? I got great aim. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Guys don't have the best aim. Lived it firsthand.
Ain't believing it. My aim is impeccable and immaculate.
Wait. Can we talk about that? Sabina's over one day and Dennis and I were in the conference room. She just happens to go to a little tinkle, you know? Mm-hmm. When all of a sudden we hear her say, "Oh my God." And I was like, Dennis, I know what happened. So every morning, as a beautiful, amazing wife that I am, I go into that bathroom and I flush it. Why? Because he spends all night playing, going to the bathroom, playing, going to the bathroom. And he doesn't flush. So what did Sabina see?
She found a turd, a floater.
Mm-hmm.
It's a floater. I said, whenever I found out who did that, they were going to hear from me. And I just found out who it was.
It was only
Dennis.
3 of us.
You didn't know? You didn't know?
It was Natalie.
Of course it was Dennis. I don't even use that bathroom.
No, I know. I thought it was one of them.
Oh, well, it could not have been from David because he wasn't there that morning.
Unless he left
it.
That's actually what I thought.
And I mean, technically he left it the whole night because I didn't flush it.
Nasty.
In the morning.
All right. As a man, this toilet seat debate is a non-issue. Okay.
Right.
For you.
First of all,
I get you.
I don't touch the seat at this point, and I try to shoot my stream down the middle and aim directly at the water to not even have to, change your settings. It's like when you go to do a computer and like the settings are changing, you're all like, oh, that's so annoying. It's
I can totally understand your positions where it's like, what's the point? Like, but think about us for a minute.
Maybe you should look at the toilet before you sit down.
I do.
So,
and
what about
annoying.
You?
Now we have to touch the toilet and do this.
Yes. I've gotten into the habit of checking it because I used to. Yeah, I used to fall in every once in a while.
So have you guys ever walked into a bathroom and it has no seat? It's just pure porcelain?
Colombia.
Oh, what's that like?
So many parts of Colombia. Yeah. Where it has no seat.
A lot of farms.
No rims.
Our farm did.
It's just porcelain.
Our farm did.
Full porcelain.
That's all I gotta worry about when it comes to farms in Colombia.
When you're going to the bathroom doing number 2 or number 3 and you have to just hover. You gotta hover.
One thing that shocked me about Colombia the first time that I went is the fact that you pay for toilet paper at certain places. Unheard of. I couldn't believe it.
Europe does that too.
Let's do
really? Not where we went.
How many squares of toilet paper do you use when you go to the bathroom?
Depends.
I'm gonna start. If it's a normal default level shit, I use about 4. I use 4 squares.
I could never.
Debbie, how many squares of toilet paper do you use? 2. 2? Wait, 2? What?
That piss or a shit?
That's a small butthole.
2
For a piss or a shit?
Dos cuadritos. Yeah, like los pongo a la mitad.
Either he's got a small booty
You really gonna
or it's still dirty. I'm just saying.
No, pero no que solamente, pues, cojo uno, saco otra vez. ¿Sí me entiendes?
No, I'm saying total.
Oh,
She went to go get
Natalie's
it.
going to get
Toilet paper. So while she goes, if it's a piss, I use 2 squares. If it's a shit, I use 4.
So tell me how girls got to use toilet paper when they pee and poo, but we're more efficient for the universe, in terms of like. That's not weird.
pero en total. No.
Wait, can I see that? Give me the 2 pieces. This is that. You ready? Oh, it's like just
Okay. Did we not just talk about this in the last episode? I'm like, all we talk about is shit. What is going on here? Okay, so how many do you use, handsome?
I use 4,
4.
and then I fold
Yo
them
también
onto
uso
each other.
4, pero las divido en 2.
Liar, you already. So you use this much for number 2.
For number 2, if it's a normal poop, if it's like
you?
beyond, then it's like
Be honest.
then you gotta use more.
If it's a piss, I use 2 squares. If it's a shit, I'll use 2 squares, but like twice.
Yeah,
like,
so like
for the
David,
initial
David is
swipe?
saying, yeah.
The initial swipe, and
You
then
know how Natalie uses the around the hand method.
Guys,
Oh, so do I.
I'm really sorry. This is about how much I used to pee. I know. Now
I'm not even gonna lie. That
I
used
like
to
to
be me.
be clean.
No, that's valid.
One.
That used to, yeah.
Then I'm like, just in case. And then I'm like,
Wait, what? You blow your nose and then you wipe? Wait, what?
no. I blew my nose and then I threw it out.
Oh no, hell no. You blew your nose and then what?
Well, maybe sometimes. Now that I'm really thinking about it, shit.
That is weird.
there's
Reuse. How was it? Recycle, reuse.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Just know this is that.
Wow.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode. We have a lot of great content planned here. Natalie recently stepped on an ant pile
Shit.
and it must have hurt pretty bad. Tell us about how that felt.
Well, first of all, I was on my way to the Barbie premiere movie, right?
Yeah.
Or not the premiere, sorry. The movie. My cousin said she was going to arrive on time to pick me up. She was super late.
Yep.
So I'm getting out of the car. Basically, she was so late and I was like, it's okay. Just go get your sister. It's fine.
Carol?
No.
No.
Luisa.
So you told the story, but I just want to get to it. You stepped on an ant pile.
Yes, but I didn't realize I was stepping on it because I just thought I was angry at the fact that she was not here on time. So I felt like a sensation of like,
Heat and anger.
and anger. But until I realized, shit, I am being eaten by ants.
Okay, so moving on in the story, you went inside the house
Yes.
and you expected others to help you and take
No,
care
I
of
didn't
you.
expect. I was like, hey guys, does anybody know what I should do? Like, I'm really itchy right now.
Yeah.
Dennis would probably give me like something to drink. I don't know. Am I
Yes.
going to swell? Am I going to be Barbie Bigfoot now?
So-
Going to the movies? Like, I don't know.
So why did you think of me in that case? What did you think I would have done
Because
for you?
Dennis basically studied to almost be a doctor and he always
Yeah.
does protocol and nobody in my family does that. My uncle's giving me a hand sanitizer. I'm like, what?
So you came home and then what did I end up doing?
You gave me
It's an ant bite thing
ant
and then I
bite
calmed
thing
it down.
and
Okay.
you gave me something to drink.
What I'm
Oh,
trying to
shit.
get at is whenever you're in need
Yes.
of pain to stuff, like today you have an ankle brace on.
Oh yeah, I think I
I didn't sprain it, but it's like
No.
your ankle swollen and I got you something. I'm always looking out for you.
yes.
Right. Okay. That leads me to my question.
Oh god.
So it's 3 a.m.
Dun dun dun.
and I'm hungry. Are you willing to go downstairs in the kitchen and make me a whole ass dinner?
Hell no. I'm sorry.
Why?
Actually, why am I apologizing? It's 3 a.m. Why are you hungry? It's 3 a.m.
Yes.
Why can't you go yourself?
So what do you say? What, are you more inclined to tend to me or am I more inclined to tend to you?
I think you're more inclined to tend to me. Caso cerrado. There.
Why do you think? Is it just a personality thing in me that I care?
You've taken care of people. I feel like you're going to be a great dad.
You think?
You're just going to know what to do. I'm not.
So this question was asked in another podcast.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of women and they were asked if they would go and make their guy a sandwich at 2 a.m. or
Is
a
she
meal.
up as well or what's going on?
So I don't know.
matter?
He just wakes up in the middle of the night. He's like, babe, make me a sandwich or like food. The point is, a lot of their
not doing
responses were waking me up at 2 a.m. I'm going to assume you want to fight.
Yeah,
And-
why? Yeah. Mm.
Another one was, nah, bro, I'm weak.
Yeah, 3 a.m.
I think it is messed up to actually ask for something so unreasonable
Yes.
so late at night.
I would say the only time is if I'm like feeling very sick or something like that. And, you know, I don't feel good, like nauseous or I don't know.
How inclined are you guys to help others? Like if someone asks you for a favor, would you guys show up to help them out?
Sabina's really nice. I have to, that's one thing I've learned about you. And it's not, I don't mean it in a bad way. I know I keep saying like nice.
I love how she said yeah.
No. Because I feel like you're very selfless.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
I
just
need
so
to be more selfish.
Like, I think this morning I overheard, correct me if I'm wrong, David asking you to help him with some English homework today. And Sabina's like, okay. I think that's what the
I'm
conversation.
helping Christian with English homework after work.
Aw, that's so. She's very nice. She's very nice.
I'm more
Really nice.
I'm more likely to say yes than no, which is why I'm trying to be in my selfish era. Flashback to that episode. But going back to the original question, y'all don't keep room snacks?
Room
Oh my
snacks.
god, I like that idea.
I keep room snacks. I'm too lazy to walk to the kitchen, so I got a snack in my room.
Honey, why don't we do that?
We need to have
That's
a mini
good
bar.
idea.
We have
I
to
like
have
this.
a mini bar,
Yes.
just like a hotel.
So what do you keep in your mini fridge? Or whatever.
Well, at school it's a mini fridge, so I'll keep some of those little cheese snacks.
Wait, you have a
Love.
fridge at school?
Yeah, a mini fridge. Like when you go to when you go to college, you get a mini fridge for
Like
the
in
dorm.
your own dorm? Oh, I thought like you kept a fridge like at hand.
Like I walk around with a fridge.
or maybe
little skincare
maybe you're really
fridge.
good friends with the teacher and like you have it in there. I don't know. I was like,
Anyways.
where is this fridge that you're talking about?
So it used to be in my dorm, but now it's in my room at my college house because I no longer live in a dorm.
Uh-huh.
So I'll keep like bevs, like beverages, and then I'll keep, because I'm a big bev gal, and then so those little cheese snacks, and then I get like the little pack of individual chips of like the Simply Cheetos.
Yeah.
Indeed. That sound indeed when it comes to the Simply White Cheddar Cheetos.
Those are so good, especially baked.
Yes.
Baked chips were a new thing a long time ago. I remember when I was in school and they released baked, and I think it was just because people were getting kind of, thick because of chips. But that was a great introduction into healthy foods. Baked chips.
it's not
loving
even
it.
that helpful.
Do you like baked?
Yeah.
Baked. I mean, it's so much better.
Baked everything.
Have you guys had kettle corn?
Yes.
So
The
good.
best.
So good.
Boom
So
chicka pop. What's it
good.
called?
Yeah, I think there's also this like these popcorns that have like almonds inside of them or
What?
something, and it's
I'm
like
sorry. I've never had that one.
Yeah.
Yummy.
those are so great.
Ooh.
Add it to your snack cart.
Anyways,
saying.
what about you, Zoe? How inclined are you to help people out?
I think I'm a really good person.
Usted ayudaría a los demás.
Put the
Yeah.
lie detector. Just kidding.
No, I'm serious.
Cuéntenos
really
de una
nice.
situación
That
en
is
la
really
que usted le ayudó a alguien.
One day in a beach with my... Bueno, estaba en la playa y a una señora al frente se le cayó la carpa que tenía. I am going to help her.
Oh, that's
really nice.
that's so nice of you. I had to switch a tire on a car in the middle of the freeway
What?
for him.
Oh, yeah,
That's a nice.
That's so good.
I had to help him out.
We're a great family, guys.
Yep.
You helped him out a lot with that.
Yep. That car was a big issue.
Yeah.
So,
Still a big issue.
I like helping my parents too. I
Yeah.
feel like it is sometimes a hassle, but I do lead into helping them. But the more that I hang around with them, the more I start to realize that a lot of the things that they do causes a lot of their issues, and they might sometimes have unhealthy habits.
Oh, like what? I don't understand.
Oh, man, like in terms of eating, they just don't simply understand sometimes. So that leads me into my next question. Have you, as you've gotten older, realized at some point that a lot of the habits that your parents have can actually be unhealthy?
Yes.
Tell me about that, Sarina.
The first thing I thought of when you said that was my mom's hair. She has curly hair, but she's never maintained it. She's just like, if you have curly hair and whoever's listening to this, like she just shampoos and conditions.
Ooh.
And I was like, that's it. So I bought her curl products and now she starts using them. And she's like, look at my curls.
Yeah, there are
Wow.
definitely specific things for curly hair.
Yeah.
I just used to use Head and Shoulders, and I have curly hair, and I honestly didn't use anything for it. But
yeah,
then,
you didn't know that there's like,
Yeah, I started to switch up my routine for it.
yeah.
And are those curls luscious now?
Better, but not
he likes to
luscious.
hide them under the hat.
Boo!
I've been wearing my hair out more often.
I will get a curly hair.
He's getting a perm.
Where in Colombia?
Yeah, in Colombia.
He's always wanted.
Ya tuve la cita. Ya tengo
No
la cita.
way.
Oh,
Do you
man.
have pictures of what it's? How does it turn? Like how? I don't know. Do you have to have really long hair or like? What?
Yeah, that's why he's growing
with my hair. Like,
Oh.
Show us your hair.
Oh.
Put the camera on you.
So David, do tell us, why do you want curly hair?
okay, it's a real green.
No se ve bien. Why do you want curly hair?
Porque quiere el pelo crespo
Crespo.
como Dennis.
Because,
Vaya.
I want to change. We
Yeah.
have to close
Yeah.
circles.
Totally.
Perms have become more popular amongst men.
Yeah.
Really?
I had never heard of it until last year when I worked at El Mesón. This guy I worked with got a perm and he showed up with curly hair. I was like, oh, look at you go.
That's so interesting.
How do you feel about that, Natalie?
Does it look good? I don't know.
Guys
or does it
getting
look like a
perms.
wig? Does it look good?
So, what did it look like on that guy?
It did not look bad.
No?
It doesn't look like a wig. It
Okay.
kind of look like
'Cause
it also
it's their
depends on the
hair.
haircut.
Yeah.
So like if it fades into it, then it would look kind of like, Dennis, take off your hat again. Yeah, it kind of look like that.
okay.
I will get a mullet. Like,
No, not again.
yeah, but
Not
in my back
again.
curly too. That
No,
was good.
not again.
Okay, well, anyways, what if you found out that you were dating a guy and he had a perm? Does it matter to you?
As long as he keeps it up,
Do you guys
I'm not
judge
maintaining it.
guys with perms?
Depends.
No,
how,
I just don't know what it looks like. I don't know. I have a feeling it doesn't look
Imagine
good.
you see a guy with straight hair your whole life, and then all of a sudden he's curly.
That's weird to me. Sorry. It's weird.
I do
But-
feel like you can tell when someone has a perm.
Can you?
As it starts growing
Maybe
out.
it doesn't matter. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know.
You can only tell once it starts growing out because the hair is going to grow straight, but the rest of the hair is still going to be permanently curly.
Let's just say that's very weird.
Like if it's grown out, then yeah. I know, or not I know, but there's this TikToker that gets her hair permanently straightened.
Why are more men getting perms? It seems to be a really popular thing
It's
that's
very,
happening.
very common. I see it at the gym a lot.
Huh.
A lot of Gen Z gets perms.
Yeah.
Yup.
Well, okay. Well, yeah. I don't know. It looks really nice, actually. It looks really nice.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying.
I like it.
So going into the unhealthy
Oh,
traits.
wait. But this lasts 2 to 6 months? That's
Yeah,
a long,
it's a long
that's a big
time.
commitment.
Yes.
I'm happy for that. I'm excited.
Oh, okay. I'm excited to see it.
Todos los cambios son buenos.
Uh-huh.
That's true.
That was his
Not true.
argument to his girlfriend because
Not
he
true.
asked me while I was with him and his girlfriend.
Wait, what did the girlfriend think?
She was just like, I don't know. I'm just used to seeing
No,
you with
she don't
straight
like
hair.
it.
She doesn't like it?
And
No.
all, nah.
I told her, I was like, it's just hair. If he doesn't like it, he can shave his
Shave it
head
off.
in a
That's
month.
true. Facts. Honey, what were you saying? Unhealthy.
Yes, unhealthy traits. And so a lot of parents, because this is like asking about, realizing that your parents have unhealthy traits. A lot of parents aren't very like, how do I say, like close in terms of like sexy time, right?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
And so as you grow older, you start to realize that your parents aren't as active in that way, and that's kind of unhealthy because, their relationships become more of like a friendship as opposed to romantic.
Yeah, I've seen that more parents are trying to be more open about touch with their kids. So like showing more PDA. And I think that's really interesting because, I kind of grew up where my parents also didn't really showcase that.
My parents have never been very open about that kind of stuff either.
But you know what's interesting is you and I are not like that either. We're not very open about, like, we don't kiss in front of others. I think we find it uncomfortable.
I think it's disrespectful.
But that's what I'm saying. So how do you think, so when we have kids, it's going to be the same thing,
I'm
but
not
it's
great with
not.
that.
But it's not. You're not great with that either?
No, like, no le veo nada de problema usar su
you
pico
don't
con su
agree.
novio.
Yeah, no, I agree. But like for some reason, let's say Fabiola's here and like Dennis's
Yeah.
mom, and I say hi to Dennis, I'm not going to kiss him on the mouth. Why?
But no, it
It's
goes
weird.
beyond that. Like,
Because I've been conditioned
it starts
to also.
become a thing where it's not a romantic connection between parents.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I
Yes,
think
at
starting
all.
off like that,
Even if
can
not
lead
not
to
even in
that.
situations in front of people, just in general, like they just kind of start to waver away from each other in terms of romanticism.
That's what I'm saying, because you're not really open to that. So now I'm saying that we are going in that direction. So let's kiss right now on camera.
Wait, what? Okay, so come
For
over
our
here.
30th, for our 30th. Just one little peg.
So nice.
Did we even
Love.
catch it?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yay.
So now we need to be more open with love.
On camera kiss.
Finally, the audience is gonna love this.
And the crowd goes mild. Another one was bad communication. So there is unhealthy, that's another unhealthy trait. Bad communication amongst parents. Do you think like are your parents, any of your parents have bad communication with each other?
I think they did before my mom moved to Florida. But now that, because my parents are still together, my dad just wants to retire at the company he started with the pay he has, and my mom wanted to move to Florida. So before, they just saw each other every day and they didn't really communicate. And I kept running into that issue. And you guys have probably heard this too. It's like, Mom, can I go do this? Go ask your dad. Dad, can I do this? What'd your mom say? Oh my God. But now that my mom's in Florida, they FaceTime like 4 times a day.
I want to say an unhealthy habit. It's a little bit different, but I've experienced this where my parents, because they don't feel like they know English properly, like they'll put tasks on me that really they should be doing. So like, for example, I know with you have a ton of things to do for your parents. It's like another job.
It really is. I mean, we had a whole episode where we had arguments about this. I think it was in like the earlier episodes where we were talking about like ordering food at restaurants and doing other things that like
paying the bills.
But I also like get it because, you know, like my parents, it's not their first language. So it is difficult. I think those are just the things that come with like.
It's just a part of life.
Yeah.
It goes with being a child.
I guess. Yeah.
That's a great segue into our next topic. If you could change one decision you made in your life, how do you think it would affect your life today?
Ooh, that's kind of a big question. What have people said? Because that's too much.
So,
or what is your opinion?
We actually got this. I got this question from Selena. She was the one that wrote it down.
Big question.
Yeah.
If you could change one thing about your life,
When I saw the question, my first thought was supporting my mom's decision to move to Florida.
Really? Why is that?
Because I supported her. Because like, I'll complain and she'll be like, well, then why did you want to move? And I'm like, I didn't want to move. I was supporting you because you needed to move for your mental health. There's a difference. And she was like, oh, thanks for being so supportive. And I was like, maybe if I wasn't so supportive, we'd still be at home. But but I'm growing, like I've been saying in previous episodes, like I'm growing to love Florida. There's just little things that just irk me.
Yeah.
Like yesterday.
So that's one decision that you wish you would have done.
Bro, HOAs are so annoying.
Oh, that sticker.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
She parked her car in the wrong
No,
direction.
I know.
I didn't know where there's a direction a right direction to park.
There is.
Me neither. And they put that sticky ass sticker.
Yes.
That ruins your car. Did you get it off?
Yes.
Nice.
But in my opinion, they should have put back in front here, back here on the parking spot if they were going to be so specific. But that's my little ish about HOAs and how annoying they can be.
So you parked on the left side of the road facing straight.
I parked if we're facing the street, I parked on the left side of the road facing the gate.
Yes. So you parked on the left side facing oncoming traffic. How did you get there?
Parallel park.
You parallel parked on the opposite side of the street?
Bro, that street is dead. There was nobody there.
I know,
I just come in and
but that
go,
means you had to go across the street in an illegal fashion.
No, I didn't.
Bro, I
Okay.
don't know, but this is one of those only times in my life that I think I agree with an HOA ever.
You know what I like about you two?
Tell me.
That it doesn't matter who's in the room. You guys will be so real about how you really feel. Like I don't know why. For some reason, you guys always look at me when you're arguing. You like glance back.
Like, what do you think?
Yeah, but I don't say anything.
What do you think? Who do you think is in the right or the wrong? The HOA or Sabina?
I think I had to have seen the situation. I don't really want to partake in this.
What about you, David? ¿Quién tiene la
I
razón?
don't want to partake of this neither.
Tampoco quiere opinar.
No.
Oh my God. All right. Well,
yeah, we let them do their thing.
if I could change one decision, I think I mentioned it multiple times before, is I wouldn't have gotten married with that. No, I'm just kidding.
What would your life be?
You know,
I'm so curious.
if I could
for real.
change one decision, it would have been to have gone to school and done another career. That would have been more inclined to this.
How come the girl that came here the other day, Isabella, she asked you that, but you didn't say that. You said you would still do that career. You lied.
Because I already did it.
Yeah.
It's different. I mean,
Yeah.
if I could go back, I would have changed it, but I'm also already did it, so I don't regret it.
Right.
Damn, you put me in quite the pickle, but you're right. Sometimes I think one way, and then sometimes I do think the other.
Yeah.
I can't commit to just saying like it was
And that's
all
okay. I
waste.
let you be. That's true. We all change our opinions all the time, so that
Yes.
makes sense.
Because we're all,
Ever growing.
ever growing
Butterflies.
and getting better. Maybe can you throw my screen on the there we go. So this have you seen this this meme, guys?
Yeah.
When someone asks you to make a decision in your job, but you're just a 26-year-old teenager.
I'm all alone. I'm too small to be here on my own.
Basically,
I've seen this, but with another guy. Is this just something that's going around?
it's this kid specifically. That's
No, I saw
continued to
another
be
kid
used.
do it.
It's
Really?
that kid. So that kid has now become a meme because
Yes.
basically he was like, I saw the original. He's like in a play
Yeah, he's
for
in-
Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
And like now people are just stitching the audio, him being like, where's my dad?
So basically, any situation where you feel like you're out of your element,
Yeah.
they would use the kid. But in this particular situation, the topic is I'm a 26-year-old teenager. So sometimes you're at the age where you should be doing certain things, but then you realize like I don't got it. Like
Yeah.
something's going on.
I
that-
definitely feel this.
Yeah.
Like, I think the moment I get pregnant, I think I'm gonna be in my 30s and I'm gonna feel like I'm 16 and pregnant. No lie.
Really?
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, estoy embarazada. Like, I'm gonna be scared. like, I'm just not. And then they're gonna be like, you're married, you have everything is fine. And I'm gonna be like, no, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, that's one
Eso
thing.
debería ser una sorpresa. Yo le debería mostrar a sus papás así con una sorpresa y grabar.
I have so many situations where I feel like I'm not adept at something or like I'm out of my element. Taxes. I hate taxes.
For sure.
I always feel
Anything
like I don't
adulting.
understand anything. I feel like
Adulting is hard.
It's hard.
oof.
Adulting is so hard.
Yeah.
When I'm at the DMV, I hate it.
Bro,
I feel like I don't belong there.
I hate the DMV.
But I'm really proud of you. I remember when we moved from here to LA, it was a big growth period for us. And I remember the first day we arrived, he went in to negotiate for a car for us. And he just knew all his facts. Like, the guys at the dealership, they're not easy to handle.
Yeah.
They're very like, and so you did really great.
Let me just tell you, the whole time I was playing a facade. I was acting as someone else.
Yeah. You have to sometimes, honestly.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to.
You have to.
kind of put on a show and be like, I am being this older version of myself.
I felt like that when I bought my first house.
Really?
I was like, what am I signing? And they're like, and the person's like, and this means that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I literally have no idea. But I'm like, from the outside, I'm like, I'm like staring at my mom like, is this okay? I definitely feel that a lot. I feel that in work sometimes too. Like, you guys looking at me and I'm like, here's what we're doing today. Blah, 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 blah. But inside I'm like, can I go to my bed? I don't know what I'm doing.
Are you guys ever out of your elements?
Yes.
Tell us.
The first thing I thought of, and this kind of flashes back to our previous episode about men and the patriarchy.
Oh, get over it.
Imagine if I was like so cocky and confident, like in my facade, like I put on because I do presentations at my school, so I have to give them to all of the frats on campus.
Oh wow!
And there's 15 of them.
Wow!
So I had to go into like at least 12 fraternities.
So what does this look like? Come on in. Pretend we are how are these kids? Are they nice? Are they kind of like
no?
listening?
It's a room full of teenage
Right.
boys. Like,
so what do you do?
One of them was coloring.
What?
I went to a presentation and they were coloring with crayons. And I was like, you guys are in college. Or like
Wow.
the president is rushing me like, yeah, we got other matters to talk about. Is this important? Like, yeah, they did the worksheet. They did the worksheet. Check that off. And I'm like, actually, can you answer the first question on the worksheet? Because I don't think you can. So you didn't do the worksheet. So go back and do the worksheet.
Oh, so that's what you do, Sarina?
Yes.
That's
Wow.
I put on a whole facade.
But how are you really feeling inside?
Yeah, how are
I'm
you
like,
really?
holy shit. Any of the, like, I'm the only girl in this room. If they really wanted to, they could just walk out. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
If they really wanted to, they could. Because the worst one I ever did, they, like, no one participated. They just stared at me. No one participated. They just stared at me. The president was rushing me. He was like I just said, he was like, I was like, okay, I'll give you like 10 minutes to do the worksheet. And then he came back a minute later. I think they're done with the worksheet. Okay, who can answer the question? Crickets.
Damn.
Okay, so I'm going to give you more time for the worksheet because you obviously didn't do it.
That's embarrassing. Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to act all cocky and act like it doesn't matter. But in my head, I'm like, oh my God, why can't you just work with me,
So
guys?
what are you trying to work with them? I'm confused. What are you going there for?
I teach them about implicit bias.
What's that?
Implicit bias?
Yeah.
So like,
Teach us about implicit bias.
Yeah, pretend we're them.
okay, so no one here knows what implicit bias is?
Apparently, we don't.
So implicit bias is like being biased, but in your head.
Implicitly.
Like, you see some white person walking down the road in a Louis Vuitton bag and some Chanel glasses. You're like, damn, they're rich. Little do you know it's all fake. But implicit bias is like, damn, son de la high, okay? Or like, you go to a Pollo Tropical and who do you expect to be working there? But then you walk in and you see a little white teenager.
So
at Pollo
why do you have to
Tropical.
go and teach them this?
So they don't be racist.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Because there's been too many things
Leo bien
happening.
explicadito.
Yo, I have to go in and basically teach them how to not be racist.
Zoom in on his face, David.
Right.
Yeah.
And so by you coming into their place, teaching
Yeah.
them about implicit bias, they're not going to be racist.
No, but she's planting a seed.
Thank you.
Of
Yeah.
racism.
No, she's planting you're
Thank
planting
you.
a
I'm
seed.
planting a seed. And
They always say you can't change somebody's mind on the spot. You can never do that. But things start to
I can't
linger.
believe you've done this.
you know what, Dennis? Just for that, I'm going to tell you about this time. So I went to a frat
that's
party.
enough. No, wait.
So I went to a
that's
frat
enough
party.
Of you. That's enough
and
of you.
I was
That's enough.
downstairs in the frat basement, and the guy was like, "You're the girl from the presentation," and the other guy was like, "I skipped
You're
it."
talking too loud.
David, put the 4 screens so we can all see our
Jeez.
expressions.
Okay.
You
David,
aggravate me.
David, you're next. What is a situation where you feel like you didn't belong?
No. Just kidding.
No. Cuando la gente en mi escuela hablaban, como la vez que no me sentía agregado a algo.
Sí.
Ok, la gente...
No agregado. Es que no se siente como que usted
Parte
debe de
de
estar
eso.
en esa situación. Es mucho para usted. Es más responsabilidad.
No. This is my most responsibility in my life right now.
Esta.
Yeah.
This situation.
No.
Natalie's muted.
No.
This is the
You
most
fucked up your responsibility right now.
So wait, this is the most responsible.
No, this job.
This job. Really?
Yeah, it's my most responsibility.
Wow.
How do you feel working with us?
I'm really happy. No, more than happy, I feel alguien valoró lo que yo hacía. ¿Sí me entiende? Porque yo tengo habilidades que en dishwasher I can do it. O ¿sí me entiende? Mostrar dónde soy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, not only so funny.
It's such a bad idea that David and Natalie are facing each other because
I said from the beginning, I told Dennis I don't want David
That's
there.
why I want it that
It's
way. So
always
you guys
so
can interact.
distracting.
It's
no,
great.
but it's distracting to me. I don't tell
but
you.
look how much you laugh.
It's too much.
This must be the best part of your week. You get to laugh so much in an hour.
Oh my god.
We're moving into it today, I learned, guys. So this week,
Wait, I
found
didn't
out-
understand the dishwasher.
it doesn't matter. Moving on. Okay. Gosh. So arsenic was known to be dangerous and addictive in the Victorian era, but small amounts in the form of edibles were thought to not only be safe, but to help one achieve the sought-after pale complexion, giving the skin an indescribable brilliancy, according to advertisements. So, okay, back then, you know Bridgerton.
Bridgerton.
It's
Bridgerton.
Nothing in a Brit accent.
Bridgerton. You know, back in the day, they used to put arsenic in the powders for the ladies. So they would have the little glow.
Cunt.
Oh my god, you guys.
You twat.
You're twat, you sir. You gnome.
So they used to use arsenic to get that pale look that they had in the show.
And it's toxic?
It is very, very toxic. Okay. And in 1964, a critical accident happened in Rhode Island where there was a nuclear facility that had an issue, and one person got the equivalent dose of 700,000 x-rays all at once.
Oh my God.
And the guy died in 48 hours.
Jesus.
Just Rhode Island things. Debbie,
My dad lost a finger.
Can you put my desktop real quick? Your dad lost a finger, just Rhode Island things.
Yeah, the tip. He lost the tip of his finger.
The tip of his finger.
I'm telling you, this show keeps getting more and more ratchet.
Can you guys just like watch this real
If
quick?
somebody were to do a compilation of everything we say in here, it's like dishwasher. My dad lost a finger. Something about number 3.
I shit in my pants.
Oh my God.
All right, throw up. Okay, get ready.
What the
Excuse
hell?
me, sir. How do you feel about women pinching men's bottoms in the street?
I regret to say it's never happened to me before.
Never?
Just wait a
Hello,
second.
sir. How do you feel about ladies picking gentlemen up in the
Wait.
street?
Pardon?
How do you feel about ladies picking gentlemen up in the streets?
Well, I always do myself.
Wait. The next one's the best one, and then we'll talk about it.
Oh, I see.
Do you think it's a nice idea if ladies molest gentlemen in the streets? Instead of the other way around for a change?
It's refreshing, if nothing else.
Last one.
I don't like this. That's horrible.
Hello, sir. How do you feel about the complete equality of the sexes?
What?
Complete equality of the sexes.
No.
Okay.
No.
So he straight up said no. Okay.
She's harassing guys on the
So
street.
it's for a show, right? And so
Okay.
back then, right, men used to go around and pinch women on the butt
like that.
like that, the same way that she pinched them, right? And so they obviously turned around and were surprised. I'm assuming expected it to be a man that
Yeah,
was pinching
yeah.
them, but it was a pretty girl, right? That's how a lot of people in the comments put it. When have you guys ever experienced a situation where you were put in a weird situation like that? Have you guys experienced something like that?
Yes, but here's one thing. I don't like that you said just because she's a pretty girl. If a pretty boy comes up to me and does that,
No.
Okay.
So the pretty part of what I said was that most of these guys would have turned and chewed out whoever it was that was doing
but
it.
because it was a girl,
But it was a
and
girl
she's pretty.
and she's pretty.
That's still wow. That's interesting.
They weren't as aggressive towards her.
Okay,
you know?
that's definitely weird.
We'll get into that after.
Yeah.
First, I want to know if you guys have ever been put in a position like that.
7th grade, everybody was smacking everybody's butts.
Wait, what?
What? Wait.
What? What? I hit myself with the fucking mic. What?
Wait, am I on a totally different topic? Is she not grabbing his butt?
She's pinching their asses.
Right, she's pinching
Yes.
their
So,
asses.
no, we're saying what? Because why was your
Oh.
7th grade? It's like,
I don't know. Right? So everybody's smacking each other's butts like randomly. It became a thing. You know how like there was a time when girls started like just holding hands just because?
yeah.
But okay, so this was that time, but worse, right? You don't want anybody smacking your ass. So I had a moment where like a guy literally smacked my ass. He thought it was funny.
But what does that have to do with a girl and another girl holding hands? Now this is a
The
guy
era.
and a girl.
the era, yeah, that's what I meant. Because she was saying, what? Like,
Okay.
it became a thing at school.
Smacking girls' asses.
Yes, smacking each
By
other's
men.
asses. No,
By
just in
guys.
general.
Oh, everybody.
Everybody was smacking each other's butts. I'm not saying I partook in this.
No.
I'm saying I was a victim
No,
of
we're
this.
just shook, Natalie.
I'm like, if
we're
the
just looking at you because we're shook.
Yeah, this is odd. Okay.
Well, anyway,
go.
so I got my butt smacked, and I, of course, did not think it was okay or appropriate. And
Did you know him?
I did know him, and
Okay.
that's not okay.
Yes, it's not okay. Yeah.
So I remember I turned around and in my little 7th grade, the worst little cussing language I could, I was like upset. And I
Okay.
was like, don't do that again. But that reminds me of that.
Wow. What about you, Sabina? Have you ever been in a position where you felt violated in any way?
Every time I get catcalled, I don't
It's
do-
the worst.
Oh my God. I just don't do well with compliments. I just sit back and I'm like, oh, thanks, guys, I guess. Like, oh, I guess. Like, that's another thing about me. Like, I need to work on being able to receive a compliment because then you don't want to be that prick that's like, bro.
I
this
think
bitch-
some compliments are kind of creepy, though. It depends on the compliment.
Yeah, it depends.
Yo.
Because like I've walked where, you know, there's always that
Oh
thing
my
about
God.
construction
That reminds
workers.
Why?
I don't know. It just happened.
Construction workers are such like
I mean,
a
my
stereotype.
dad was one too, so it's
Yeah.
kind of weird. But
Yeah.
anyways, so I walked around there, and they're all like, whatever. Like that doesn't feel good to me. I feel
Yeah.
violated as I'm walking.
I remember that.
You know,
That actually also reminded me, you said weird compliment. You know, another time I felt violated when I was, all three of you know this story.
What?
When I got told that my hands were really nice. You have really nice, smooth hands.
I don't see that as a bad thing though.
No, not bad. Creepy.
What
so
do you
that
think,
thinks it's
Natalie?
creepy. Well, I thought her hands were nice too.
Just the context, like so out of the blue. Like,
I think if there's
what?
a situation where we're together and you're like signing a document or something, like your hands like in vision, and I'm like, oh, you got nice hands.
Yeah, that's completely different.
Did he just say it and you're
Yes.
just standing there and he just
Yes.
says you have nice? Okay, that's kind of weird actually.
Exactly. That was. I think that had the context.
If you're standing there like an NPC with your hands down and away, and then he says you got nice hands, it means
You got nice. How did
that
he
like
say?
that like is what happened though.
you got nice hands.
Wait, I want to understand the situation. So
He's sitting at my house at the counter eating ice cream, and I'm scooping the ice cream. I'm scooping the ice cream and I'm like giving it to them. And then, because, you know, house guest, I guess. And then I walk to my room and I come back and he's like, you've got, like, literally, I'm just like on my phone. He's just like, you have great hands.
I don't know. I guess if your hands were in vision because of your phone, then I don't know.
I don't know. I just thought it was very out of the blue. Like, I felt just like you said, like I was
So
an
what did you say?
NPC.
What
I
did
was
you
like,
say? Did you say anything?
I was just like, thanks. And then I continued on with my day. Like, how does one even respond?
And then she just thought about it all day. She's like,
like, what the fuck does that
so
mean?
going back to the black and white video that we were watching, half the guys turn around like they're expecting a grown-ass man to be the one pinching their butts. So it goes to show that it's mostly men that do that if they all turned around expecting some sort of like an aggressive fight, right? And then that guy just saying equality, no. Like, what was that, right?
I mean, I think he was also taken off guard. I don't like the whole experiment.
How do you feel about equality in men and women?
I think they got
no.
a taste of their medicine.
Yeah, I think
I think the men got a taste of their
Really?
medicine.
So
Yes.
those guys are saying that they do that? Is that what we're...
Well, a lot of them didn't even
Partook.
seem like they were offended by that.
That,
You know?
That's why I'm saying it's weird.
It's a very
Yeah.
odd situation. One thing in the comments they also said is women can actually get away with about anything if they're super fit. You would get exactly the same response from a man today, I'm sure as well.
Mm-hmm.
So most men, if they turned and they saw a girl do
doing
it,
that.
most people wouldn't get mad.
That's weird.
Dennis, what you will do is happen to you there.
If the same thing happened to me,
He would also smile.
I would probably I'd probably smile and be like, oh, like I would be uncomfortable though for sure.
Yeah.
Right. And anybody, getting in your space.
But I think
Kinda
that's
weird.
the bad thing about that, right? That we wouldn't even speak up and say like, that made me uncomfortable. Don't do that ever again.
But she was very direct and she said, how do you feel about women pinching your bottoms just like we get pinched? She told him that.
I don't like the whole experiment.
That guy said that it felt like refreshing and then it was a necessary thing. So
Like, that's crazy to me.
Dalia,
Yeah.
what would you do?
if a girl pinched your bottom.
Some guy at rock climbing.
No, a
pinches
girl.
No, girl.
Una niña.
No, hombre le pega un puño. No, a girl, no, maybe I laughing and I say, oh, what are you doing?
Y si es fea.
And then she does it again.
También le pega un puño.
It's
No, just kidding.
No way.
Oh God.
Well, that situation is very odd. And it was more of an experiment. I just wanted to know how you guys would feel about it. And it's interesting to me that the video made you feel uncomfortable.
I didn't like it. I hate those type of like experiments. Like she's trying to prove something by doing the thing.
Yeah.
And in a way, I think it's
Counterproductive.
yeah, and it's also like would the word be sexist? I don't know. Like she's basically doing what would make somebody uncomfortable. I guess I'd have to look in deeper, but I didn't really like that.
It is weird though, because first of all, if it would have been a situation where a guy would have been pinching a girl's ass, we would have all agreed that that's weird.
Yeah, it's a weird
Right.
experiment. This one,
What do
too,
you say?
though.
It's still weird?
Yeah, I don't like this.
How did you feel about it, Serena?
Well, I'm also like, I watch a lot of case studies for school. So I'm used to watching like uncomfortable things. Like, you think this is weird? Just you don't want to look up Pavlov dog or like the baby experiment. Like those are just
Really?
weird. Yes, girl. They're so weird. Like there have been some weird experiments in history.
Yeah.
So because of, I didn't really see it as, it didn't make me personally uncomfortable. My first thought was, yeah, give them a taste of their own medicine. But that's also just how my brain works, because that also reminded me of like the three of us agreeing about the rich people in the submarine. And Natalie was like, what are you guys talking about? You know, like personally it didn't make me uncomfortable
That's
because
funny.
like if these men are doing it to those women, give them a taste of their own medicine. The fuck?
Yeah. I like that we all have different opinions. But wait, I am curious. What kind of bat, if you remember any of the batting? Like,
Okay,
what
so the
happens?
baby one.
Yeah.
So they bring in a baby and they're playing with their mom, and the mom leaves and they start crying. But then when the mom comes back, they stop crying. So like that's the psychology of it. Like they feel safe with their mom. So they have they have the baby in the room. The mom leaves. They give him a toy, get him to stop crying, whatever. Just to see how the brain works, even when you're a baby. But then they tried trying to scare the baby while the mom is in the room.
Oh, so
like-
it's like putting them under stress.
Yes.
Right.
Like that's not allowed today,
Oh, really?
but it was back in the day because laws have changed. Like it's
good,
literally like
yeah.
a black and white study like that. So what they did was
That makes sense.
because the baby always looks to the mom. Like they always look for authority. Like, where's my mom? Or like with the toy, it's like, mom, can I play with this?
yeah.
Mom, am I allowed to do this? So they were with the mom, and then they brought in a scary ass clown. Yeah, I'm so serious. They brought in a scary ass clown, and the baby was like, like what? And the mom was like, yeah. And
That's terrifying.
Well, that reminds me of another study where they had two monkeys, right? And so they would feed one, but not the other. And the other one started to feel some sort of envy, you know?
Right.
And so it started getting aggressive at the other monkey. And it's not really the other one's fault, right? It's someone that's giving it the banana. So they're both doing the same shit. One gets the banana, the other one's being secluded. And it's like, why? You know? And even in like, I guess, monkey world, they feel unfairness.
Right. Yeah.
And so he gets mad, but at the other one as opposed to the situation, you know?
I've always wondered, how do they make babies cry on film? I've always wondered.
They're paid actors. They're 20
what?
they're
They
20-year-old men.
They scare them. So is there no laws protecting against them, or is that just a part of it? Like you see,
like
that's
on
kind of
like in movies.
yeah.
I don't know about that.
or movie shows.
I don't know about that. 'Cause that's a different major than mine. But
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they're paid actors. They're good at what they do. They're
like a baby,
they're baby actors.
Yeah, telling a little baby start crying right now.
right? Tell that little baby cry, right? Like that's a trained baby, and that's
Yeah.
not cool. In my
So
opinion.
those are
Don't
pretty
train your kids.
taboo. That'll lead into the next segment perfectly. What things do you guys think are going to be taboo, banned, or forbidden soon? An example of that would be tanning beds. So we had a conversation recently about how bad tanning beds were, and Savina put it as an example here. She says that tanning beds are probably going to be banned at some point.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy, but I never thought any kind of like implant, like breast implants would be banned, but like the ones I got were banned in Europe.
Wow.
Like that's pretty wild. Something that was so acceptable and then not. Of course, there's still some.
Do you guys feel like stuff that's very normal today, like Botox, will eventually be banned as well?
Interesting.
I think if there comes a time of misuse of Botox, like for example, the Ozempic thing, is Ozempic now like,
That's true.
are there more stricter laws on it now because of the whole weight loss thing? Like, I don't know, but I'm just thinking like, I could see it going south if people start misusing it, because right now, to my knowledge, all that Botox is used for is like filler.
Right. But I guess you never know until many years down the road when there's studies, just like with implants, that they were not good for you, so maybe maybe Botox is an interesting one.
I think our right to privacy will end up going away.
Our
Yeah.
right to privacy, you think?
Yeah, because I mean,
Phones are already listening.
the biggest companies in the world currently, their most expensive and most desired thing is our data, right? And so, who's to say you deserve privacy, right? Is it a right?
Wow.
Or-
They didn't
and-
think of that one for the Declaration of Rights.
And if people can pay for it, like how much does your privacy have in value? How much is your privacy worth?
Crazy world.
Yeah. So I think our privacy in general might go away at some point. I mean, they already know everything about us. companies.
I think that's interesting. Like Saina just said, well, your phone's already listening to you, and you just said companies already know everything about us. I don't think it hits me like that.
Explain.
Like it just hit me like that.
Girl, one time me, David, and Bree were sitting in my car just chatting, and we were talking about work, and Bree was like, what sign is Natalie? And me and David are like, well, she's born in March. She's probably, and she was like, why don't I just Google it? So she just Googled you and found your zodiac sign.
Wow.
Yeah,
Like your information is out there, girl.
that's crazy.
Do you feel like if someone had access to the last 50
Dennis,
Google searches?
you can do nothing wrong.
Yeah.
You can do in Google just for fun.
Okay.
Natalie Outlet es y lo que aparezca después en el buscador.
Okay, let's do it.
Natalie's
But think about it. Think about it. Think about it in the meantime. What if someone had your last 50 Google searches?
Okay,
Would you be in trouble
let's look.
Like with the law or with my parents?
in general?
That's so crazy, but things can really get twisted.
Natalie's outlet is pregnant, married, Christian, Indian. That's interesting. So tell me, Natalie, no, you don't have to look at your last 50. I'm just saying off the top of your head, would you be in trouble? Would it make you uncomfortable to know that your last 50 are out there? What do you think?
Well, we have Permon Guys, Ariana's new man. It's just, it's kind of interesting.
Does it give a deep dive into who you are?
I don't know. What's the best way to do finance reviews?
Because Google knows everything.
That's
right.
crazy.
And so your last 50, not to mention every Google search you've ever made.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'd be in trouble.
I think things could get twisted.
One time I Googled how to get onto the black market.
Have you guys ever seen that meme about destroying my search before I die, or get rid of my search history before I get buried? Yeah, that's
wait, really? I didn't know that.
Because people are like, they tend to. It's privacy, right? You sometimes search things in your own privacy that you would be embarrassed about. Like, for example, I don't know. There's something sexual that you're interested about, but maybe it's like, it's private.
Yeah, no, I get it. Like, for example, I was looking into lube.
Okay.
To order for us.
Okay, that's interesting.
And I remember I was like, shit, Sabina has my Amazon stuff, so she could see if I order like lube.
Okay.
But anyways, I ordered lube, so it's in my history. I know, because then to me it's like, well, yeah, hello.
Life.
I have a sex life.
Yeah, you need lube. What the hell? Like, I got some at home too.
Damn. Okay.
But that could get like, I guess, you do think about that.
But like, even in the sense like couples therapy.
Yeah.
If couples therapy is in your search, then that's gonna be like, oh, there's an issue going on. People can jump to conclusions, or maybe you're just simply looking couples therapy because you want to strengthen a relationship as opposed to there being an issue. But after that search, if you look up divorce papers, then that becomes an issue.
Long story short, we all do deserve our privacy. It is kind of scary that we don't have it, I guess.
Oh my God, that actually reminded me of something.
About what?
There was this case. I saw it a while. My dad tells me random news. Like, he'll just be like, did you see that overdose 12-year-old? Like,
wait, what?
And my mom
tells me stuff like all the time.
Yes.
Too. It's that Hispanic news.
It's that primer impacto shit.
Yes.
It's like, oye, primer impacto. Esta mujer se cayó de un puente. And then
literally. Today I saw a car get into an accident. You better be driving safe. Like, anyways, it reminded me that this man had died, and their wife, like the police thought that the wife killed him because right before he died, she was Googling.
Oh, I saw that somewhere too.
Yeah, that's a current.
How to kill them.
Yeah, like how to kill, or what dosage of this. Yeah, how much of a dosage is lethal. Something like that.
I saw that.
Well, this girl recently faked her own kidnapping. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Wait, tell me. I don't know about this.
She faked her own kidnapping. She called 911 about this kid that she apparently saw on the side of the road. And then she looked up how much does it cost to get an Amber Alert out there.
Oh, I saw that.
And then it was like, it was another weird search term that she did. And it led to them finding out that her kidnapping was false. It wasn't real.
Crazy.
Right?
Because I feel like the Google search was like, it also happened. Kevin Hart. She saw, people were saying that she saw a Kevin Hart special because he said that on one of his specials.
What did he say?
He was like, Imagine I'm just driving on the road and I see some 3-year-old on the side of the road. Like, what's going to happen? Like, I don't know the specifics of what he said, but people were saying, damn, that's a copy and paste of what this girl just did.
That is totally 100%.
I've also heard that's like a way that people try to human traffic others.
Mm-hmm.
What?
That like have a little kid on the road, like never stop.
I've seen it that's the
How
way that
can
they're
you not?
gonna rob. Like there's someone on the side of the road, and then you get out to help, and then like
That's
a bunch of people show up, and they're
that's
just
hard.
like,
I don't know.
guess-
That's another scary thing about being a woman because, like,
Yeah.
I literally was on the highway and I saw this poor guy like trying to wave down for help, like help me, and I was like, yeah, I was like, wait, what if like obvious? Okay,
Yeah.
In this situation, it was on a curve, so I didn't see him until after.
Yeah.
but then I started thinking, oh my god, what if I had stopped and he had pulled something on me?
Right, you get scared.
Yes,
It is scary.
I wanted to move into the snaps of the week real quick because I know that you have. Oh, that's kind of loud. Some snaps there, so can you tell us about them? Some.
Okay, so I saw this and I just was like, what the hell? So, blind boy cured by eye drops containing inactivated herpes virus.
Wait, what?
A potential breakthrough.
Why does this sound like a Chat GPT title?
It really does.
We type in, please do something scandalous.
So
That's the title of this one.
Herpes solved
Google
this
it.
kid's blindness.
Yeah, Google it. These eye drops that he had gotten.
I don't want that in my search history.
Wait, so that's real? So for real?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Because like,
Crazy.
How deep into this did you look into it?
no,
Is
not
it
really.
real?
Just the
That
title.
sounds like some clickbait.
That's what I'm telling you to Google it for.
All right. What's the next one? Tell us.
Controversy over the map in Barbie. Some
okay.
countries have pulled it from theaters because the drawing depicts what has been called a representation of the ninth dash line,
what's that?
which reinforces China's territorial claims in the South China Sea, according to Vanity Fair.
Okay. So
That one I researched.
I actually researched that too.
Tell
'cause
us,
I'm
tell
gonna
us. What's
explain it
going
to you.
on with Barbie's map?
So what happens is China believes that it owns almost all of the water that's surrounding like 6 different islands. And that's like Vietnam, Philippines, all these things, right? They don't agree, right? So China's map is different from their map, right? So in China's map, there are dots that surround these islands as if it is part of China, and all these other ones don't believe that. So in their maps, they don't have the dots. So in the Barbie movie, there was one scene where there was the dots. And so, everybody assumed that it was in favor of China. What the director or whoever came up with that said was that they just grabbed random pictures from online, and it was like supposed to be what like a child would see when they were like drawing it. But there's like this big, issue in terms of the dots being there. I don't know. Geopolitics are weird. All of this geography, like, oh, this is my land, this is your land. Where does my country end? Where does yours begin? Is always an issue. It's like, you can't step on one person because then the other one's going to be offended about everything. But yeah, I mean, they shouldn't have put that probably.
And so due to that, Sarina, did you say that the movie got removed
Banned
out of...
that particular country. I think Vietnam.
I think it was Vietnam.
Yeah.
I think it was Vietnam.
So Vietnam, no Barbie movie. That's
No.
very interesting. And then as a last topic, just because this is very, very, very important, and I had obviously created the script earlier this week. I don't know if you guys know who Mitch McConnell is.
No.
The politician. Okay.
No.
So it's a politician. He's standing there and he's giving like this speech and he freezes.
Oh, yeah.
And so
I saw that.
like he freezes there and he does not speak literally for about a minute. He just dead. Like
Yeah.
Wait, really?
eyes are gone.
You don't have a video?
Did he have a seizure?
Hold on, let me actually go into this.
Also,
I'm
I
gonna-
looked up the eye thing.
Bro, that's
and it is
creepy.
real. It
Natalie.
was in Miami.
Wait, what I think?
Natalie.
The eye drops?
Hold on.
He's creepy.
Speech.
But wait, did he have a seizure or something?
No. So okay, the thing is, he had a concussion.
see, Natalie.
Oh, can you put it real quick? Yeah. Oh, I don't want this fucking Fox
Big
News.
because I can't see.
Okay.
Más
Okay. Can
grande.
you just leave it there? Okay.
Wait, and what's everybody doing in this moment?
He's supposed to be talking,
And
but
everybody's
he
just
freezes.
chilling?
Just wait. Keep watching.
He froze like this? Wait, what
Yeah,
happened
he's
though?
just staying there.
You're like, hello.
And nobody's seeing if he's
So look, like I'm gonna keep going. Like
Oh look, but they're asking if he's
they're asking if he's okay. Are you sure you want to keep going with that or whatever? So they actually pull him away.
Aww.
Okay.
So what's going on?
So this is the thing.
Cloned,
This is no. It's not conspiracy stuff. No.
He's a clone.
So this leads into the conversation. Are politicians too old to run our country?
Yes.
So wait, what ended up happening?
That's it. They pulled him away. So the guy literally had a brain fart, couldn't continue thinking, and that was it. Right? Same thing actually happened earlier yesterday with another politician who they were doing a vote, and she stood up as if she was going to do a speech and didn't say anything. And like they had to pull away and like tell her, okay, just make your vote or whatever. Do you guys feel like the people in like power and positions right now are too old?
How old is he?
It's probably like 80 something.
Yeah.
They're out of touch.
Yes.
I got to say.
Yes.
What do you think, Natalie?
I honestly don't have much to
That's
say
fine.
about this, to
That's
be
okay.
honest. Like, I don't really know a lot about it or...
That's okay. What do you think, Sabina?
In my opinion, I just think like they're like you were just saying, they're out of touch. Like I think the younger politicians, I don't know. This is just opinion.
Okay, go
my
ahead.
opinion.
And that's totally fine.
And I'm just validating that saying that. But I think the younger politicians have more understanding of what's going on in the world around them. And I think they are able to, and I think they're able to separate religion from Congress, like religion and laws. But that also reminded me of the Duggar documentary and how they are putting people with Christian ideologies
and agendas. Yes.
Yep, with agendas.
Wait, what's going on over there?
So there are.
Go ahead.
So it's like, okay, so there's this. Imagine this big family.
No, I know the Duggars. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
They were at my sister's wedding.
Yeah, he told me. I was like, whoa. Yeah. Your brother-in-law was almost a Duggar, like crazy. But anyways, so like the people from that church will like train children, not train them, like teenagers, so that when they grow up to be able to be in office, they can push those religious ideas to make laws for the country.
Through politics.
Oh, wow. So it's like manipulating the children.
Yes.
Into
thinking that's the right way of thinking.
And to evangelize all of us.
Yeah.
That's kind of like their ideas.
But I also have hope for the younger politicians who can separate church and law.
I mean, for me, it's just like when your mental ability hinders your job, right? If that happened to anybody outside of politics, they would have been probably fired. Like you are not fit for your position, right? That's just how it is, right? He's probably he's been in that spot for like 50 years now. That dude has been in the Senate for like ever, right? And so there is a point in time where you lose touch with your constituents and you don't know what is important anymore. And B, you are just not technologically savvy enough.
Can I be honest?
Yes.
I feel like that with my job. Like I feel out of touch.
Yeah.
I feel like when I started, I could relate because I was in that same kind of like, let's make these DIYs together because I can't afford it. Or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I feel like I don't know what to move into. I feel like I'm that guy. Like
no. Okay. But imagine this is okay. But this guy runs the country. Like his job, but his job is so important. Like I can't even tell you.
No, I know.
Right?
I'm not trying to compare.
This guy's iPhone password is probably 00000. Like he doesn't understand the magnitude of how important his phone is for national security. And like he probably doesn't even send his own emails. He probably doesn't even know what Gmail is. He doesn't know what anything is. Like, yeah, I understand that. In terms of politics, he's probably savvy and knows how to negotiate and do things.
Out is what you're saying.
Every single person in Congress over the age of 75 should be removed. In my opinion, they're too old. They're too old. That's just how it is. There should be a cap at age and even terms. You can't be there forever.
That's what I'm thinking about YouTube.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay.
You can't be there forever.
Okay.
YouTube years,
So,
10 years are like 50.
How old is your doctor? That guy's been in his fucking office being a doctor for the past 30 years, probably. Like there is no room for new doctors. There's people who just need to leave their profession. And that's it. And make room for other people. That's just my thought.
I agree with your thought. It just so happens that in my case, my mom took me to Hasbro Children's Hospital for my physicals. So I would always get a resident. I never actually met the head doctor.
Oh, okay.
I just got a resident every time. So all my doctors were pretty young.
It's just scary to know that there's people like that are leading us.
It is scary. And I understand that because my dad has been going to the same doctor for years. And I'm like, bro, can he even see what's wrong with you? He scans you. Necesita lupa para ver lo que está viendo. Okay.
He's this.
Like, if you can't, yeah. But that's also the case with my dad because he's 71 and a truck driver. And if he's not wearing his hearing aids or his glasses when he gets pulled over, then that's it. You're done.
Have you guys ever heard of the term the blind leading the blind?
Yeah. That's how I feel a lot of the time. That's how people feel when I lead.
Some older people are just more comfortable with older doctors because they feel like they can understand each other. But at the same time, they're both in the same world. I've seen cases where older people, even though someone is more than adequate to take care of them, they don't trust them because they're young.
I feel like this whole conversation has been about me.
Wait, what?
The blind leading the blind. I'm relating it to it.
How? You're
related to me
having
too.
like this
I'm having that
existential
moment.
crisis.
No, what's that one phobia thing
That
where
got
someone
me.
like doesn't feel like they belong in a certain spot? What is it?
Yeah, there's a name for that.
Out of body. No.
An out-of-body
Shit. No.
Natalie had deja vu today.
All right.
I did have deja vu of you literally typing on Monday.com. Crazy.
Monday.com has been great for us. If you want to sponsor us, there it is. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. We'll be here next Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern time again. Leave us a comment telling us what you want us to talk about. And if you're watching us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, be sure to rate us. Thank you so much. That's the end of episode 30. Boop, boop, boop. Have a wonderful day.
Toasty.